C A E is in the house.
Skipping the intro tonight because we got a long show. I got two of y'all already in the building, and y'all speak up, speak up. Tonight, it's going to be a show on how to create music using AI. We're going to be using Udio, and I'm going to start you out with the basics and show you what I do to create music like that song that you just heard. And I also used it to I think we can use. It's not showing up on here. Here's the thing. Let's do window. Let's do an entire screen. Oh, here it is. Okay, we'll share that. All right. So now you can see I got some files over here, and it should give you guys the audio. So here's one that I did for Andy. I played this one. Nope, it ain't showing the video though. All right, so y'all hear a little bit of that. This is the stuff we're doing. So this is an example, some examples of things that I've made with this program. We'll play Rebecca Black one more time. I think one of these is the one I'm looking for. Okay, that's the basic. And now let's see, what's this one here? All right. And then I had one that I mixed. I have one that I mixed that I changed the words to for Andy, and I can't find it right at the moment. It'll be in the next time we do this thing. So let's move on, and I'll show you what we do with this. Now, first of all, I want to show you what I have on the. Let me go back to sharing this other screen here. Let's see if we can make this work because I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at this, y'all. Just so you know, I am bad, bad, bad. We're going to use this, and we're going to share this whole screen here. First of all right. So over here, I have written some lyrics for a track. I haven't tried to do anything with this yet, but I want to show you some things that I'm doing in this track because this is important to know. If you're going to write your own lyrics to make this work, you're going to need to do certain things to make things happen in the prompts for the AI. So first of all, you notice up here, I'm using the square brackets, not the round ones, but the square ones. And you have right here, I have spoken words, and then I have words down below this. Then I have verse 1, verse 2, chorus, all that stuff. Down here, I have bass drop right here. Okay. And that's going to do a thing. So all of this is going to do what the computer and the AI is following. And then what we want to do is copy this all, make a save your stuff whenever you're working, save your stuff. Always save it. Copy this. And then we're going to minimize that. And I'm going to pull up this other screen over here. Let me see here. That thing. Okay. And that. Yeah. Yep. That thing right there. And we're going to share a screen. And let's see here. I'm going to minimize this. Pull this up. All right. Can you guys see that right now? I don't know. You're not. I haven't got chat pulled up. Let me fix that. So I can actually see when you guys are saying anything. What's up, John boy? Nice to see you tonight, man. Bass Cat's not in the room right now. He's chilling in the back to the jack. So, so here's what you start out with. You won't have anything over here, right? This is all stuff that I've worked on in the past. It keeps a running thing, and I can delete them, but there's like 1,000 of them or more. So you start out with this basic thing here. Now in this, you could enter in a prompt. So you could say, write a love song about birds and bees, and it would just do that. You could give it different prompts like, say, write a love song about birds and bees, and then you could click on or create your own little extra stuff like hip hop, classical, or whatever. It's going to combine all that into whatever it creates. So since John Boy has sent me a message in the thing here, I'm going to make a song. This is going to be the first thing I'm going to show you how to do. We're going to write a song about Bass Cat. Write a song about Bass Cat. I'm going to make it. The thing about bass is if you use the word BASS, sometimes the AI will confuse that with bass. That's a problem. So we're going to put Bass Cat and a giant subwoofer. Yeah, that works. And then we're going to put that in the style of, we're going to make it rap, slow tempo, low bass. And then we can come down here, and right here is where your auto generate is. Since I'm telling it to do this stuff, and then I'm leaving this auto generate turned on, it's going to automatically generate lyrics. And then you can select customer, and we'll do those two in a minute, but you can select those. And then you can do advanced controls. We're not going to do that yet. There's a lot of stuff in here we're not going to do. We're just going to start with that. And we're just going to put that in here and let it start working on it. Now, we can also put songs that already exist in here, and that allows the computer to generate a song that's similar, or to remix a song that you put in. It's going to prompt you. It's going to say, hey, you can't do that. Or it's going to say, hey, you realize if you're doing it, it's going to give you a prompt because it's a copyrighted song, but you can bypass it. Now, some of these functions that I have, you guys won't have on a free version, but there is a free version. Uh, I have a lot more functionality because I have a fully paid version. I have the maximum paid version. I can generate up to 8 tracks at one time and blah, 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 blah. And trust me, you will be generating a lot of tracks. So let's check out what we've got from this prompt and see what we have. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I hope you can. You end up creating a lot of bad ones. All right, so that was kind of cool. Now we're just generating 30-second tracks. We can do up to 2 minutes. And we can also extend them. So showing you, keep continuing on. I like the second one better. So if we hit the extend button, it's going to bring on that track. Okay, it's going to bring up the same stuff over here, and it's going to bring up a few more functions that you can do. So you can add a section. Oh, no sound. Oh, that's hideous. I'm not sure how to fix that problem. No sounds. Okay. Uh, hmm. Yeah. See, that kind of screws up the whole thing because this is all. Oh man, this is broken. I may have to figure that out. I'm not sure how to get the sound to play over there. You guys can't. I guess you can hear me. Um, I could cheat and use the speaker system, and it would sound like hot garbage if I did that. Uh, Let me try something. What's up, Bobby B? I want to see if I can figure out a way to output. I don't know. Can I do it here? Output device. Oh, that's all correct. System sounds. And where is that going? Output device. I want you to output. Um, Y'all didn't know he was going to get a computer lesson tonight, did you? Okay, that last track was pretty jam. Did y'all hear? Yeah, did y'all hear the stuff when I played the song earlier from on this other screen? Did y'all hear that music? When I had the big white page open and I was playing that, did y'all hear any of that? Because I can get around the problems. But it's just going to suck, but I could do it. Um, if y'all heard that, so let me go ahead and download this instead. I'll show you what we have here. So I think it'll play. So I can select an MP3, download, and then save it as Hypnotic Fives. We'll do a couple of these. I'm not going to. Oh, you didn't hear it. Oh, that's a bummer. I may be able to get around that problem too. Uh, let's see. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt, guys. It is going straight up be a pain in the butt because I'm telling you, this ain't good. Let's go to video. And I know y'all heard Rebecca Black play because that's a thing. We'll delete that one and we'll upload. No, there's not going to be any of that. That ain't going to happen. Okay, well, shit. Fun times. So I don't know why it's not. Maybe. Hold on. I got one more. I got an idea. I have an idea. Y'all just bear with me a second. Let's go to screen. Let's see if that works. Continue the AI now. What's that saying? Okay, now that's good. All right, you guys can see that, correct? You can see that. You can see the thing. But you can't hear that music, right? No. I need it. I need some. I need some. So can y'all can see the screen, but you can't hear it. What a pain in the butt. All right. Well, this is what we were going to do tonight. Was talk about this, but we can skip that and we can go straight to the car audio if you guys would rather do that. Okay. So yes, meaning you can see it, but you cannot hear it. Is that correct? Got to be clear here. Right. No music. Okay. Cool. Because I can't. Yeah. I can't. Yeah. I have no idea why it's not coming through. It's in a setting somewhere that I did not realize I needed to address. Okay, so we will continue with the show. And let me move things around just a little bit to my normal setup. There we go. All right. Now I have the normal stuff on my screen, so that's good. I'll have to figure that out, guys. I'll do the thing, and I'll do a show on it, and we'll do it, and you guys will be able to hear everything. I want to figure it out, but I can't do it live. It's just it's breaking my brain, and I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch me poke at shit until I finally stumble across the right thing. uh, Joseph sent me a video. Play my system for my brother and my uncle today. Uh, Joseph, he's a good dude, and he's one of us. He's one of my subscribers, and he's the guy that has the kid. You know, you guys saw some of his videos. I'll see if I can pull this video up. I'll show it to you because that's kind of cool. He's got a little short video here. Let's pull this one up, dude. I love it, man. So there's no live with Andy tonight, and I figured I would do, the thing. Oh wow, that is a disaster. Let's try that. Holy moly, but Jesus, you guys want to see into infinity? We're deep in the infinity right there. Um, wow, that's messing with my head. I know it's messing with your heads. It's still doing it. Okay, try this again. Oh, I know what it is. Back up, back up. Let's do it one more time and I'll get it right. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Holy crap. I have to stop sharing that. Holy moly. Okay. Now, that'll do it because wow. Yeah, I'm having a day. Okay, there we go. So this is Joseph, and I haven't watched this. He literally just sent this to me. So if you're watching Joseph, y'all are about to be on YouTube. Here we go. is high bass. Rock on, brother. That's a high bass, yo. We call them kids. I told him if you want to do hair tricks, you've got to you got to play lows. And the thing is, he's not set up to play lows. Anything down in the lows just just breaks his system. Just unloads, and it coils and mechanical interaction starts happening, and all sorts of bad broken parts flying everywhere. And that's not where you want to be. With my system, I got it set up. I've got it tuned to play 24 hertz is where it's tuned at, and it'll easily play 18, 19 hertz without any issues at full power. So it is good. The Matrix. The Matrix is real, baby. Let's see what else going on here tonight. How much do we have in here that's not people trying to tell me how bad my shit's messed up? Nope, nothing. So you guys have any good topics tonight? Because I really don't have any. I was prepared to do this show on the AI music, and yeah. Do I know what his system consists of? He's told me, but I don't remember. It's a sad, sad thing. I can go back and kind of scroll up here while y'all come up with some good questions. Um, oh yeah, there's that kid. Kid's so cute. I think he's got. I don't remember. I don't want to. I don't want to misquote. Yeah, so he's tuned at. I can tell you this. He's tuned high. He can't play under 33 hertz very well. But 40s and 60s are painful, he says. So he's got 45 watts and a ported box. Let me look through some more. I'll try to find the key information that we're looking for. He's doing a 151. No, that's me. What else we got here? Fourth. He's a fourth order box. And in the 50s, he hits really hard in the 50s. I don't know. I can't find the subs. What he's running. I think he's running slaps. No, I think he's running. I think he's running Scar subs and a slaps amp. No, if my memory serves me correctly, he's running um, four 15s on two slaps amps, two slaps 8Ks, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. Let's hope I'm not. And oh yeah, there's the wiring diagrams. Yeah, he's running two slaps amps. That's correct. Uh, and he's hitting real hard. He's doing crazy stuff, but it's all that high bass. Oh yeah, there's the pictures. It's four 15s or 412s. I showed you guys the pictures in one of the last shows. And hang on a second, I'll pull it up again. This should work. There we go. So here's pictures. We can look through them and figure it out. Except that's not the ones I'm looking for. That's that one. That's the one. That's that one. Hang on a second. And that's the wiring diagram. Back of the car. Power. There's the box. Yeah, it's 415s. Yeah, it's 415s. And yeah, I was right. So he's running two slaps, shock 8Ks, and that little guy right there. So that's that. I did find it. Wow. sometimes I actually can figure stuff out. It's a nice system. The only problem I have with it, for me personally, is it's tuned too high. But that's what he wanted, so that's what he's got. You run what you want. Build it the way you want to listen to it. If you're trying to make maximum sound pressure, it's always going to be easier to do that at higher frequencies, like 40 hertz and up, 40 up to about 60, in that range. It's always going to be easier to get loud doing that. So that's the thing. Any more questions for me tonight? Because this has been a fail. I straight up did not have no idea that my audio wasn't going to work on. Yeah, I had no clue. It worked for me. I mean, I'm hearing it. I don't understand why it's not getting the audio from that screen. That's going to be something I'll have to figure out. And the problem is, even if I figure it out, I'm not going to know that I figured it out necessarily, because it sounds right to me right now. So I can do a recording and test it that way, I guess. That's what I'll have to do, which would be a pain in the butt. Again, what are you going to do, right? But at least we're having fun. Actually, we're very lonely right now. So, you guys have any questions? Throw them at me. I'm all about it. I've been on the horn with my other teammates. Oh yeah, there's the subwoofers. I've been on the horn with my other teammates, talking about the upcoming events, and trying to, we're just talking about all kinds of random stuff, because that's what you do. Wish I had a make it big button, but I don't. Vertical, that's Scar, yeah, 4 Scar 15s. I think they're like the ZVXs or something, but I don't know the Scar nomenclature very well. That's the subwoofer. That's before he had that. He was setting them in there to kind of get size them up, I guess. But yeah, with the chambers that small on the bottom, that's definitely going to be a high tune right off the bat. But it is what it is. Oh. Anybody got any questions from me on this stupid fail show that I broke because I didn't have it set up properly? Besides, John Boy is already trying. He's trying, man. He says, yep, the Matrix is real. That's messed up, wasn't it? The infinity of infinities, the window infinities, infinity window. Because now I'm depressed. I failed, man. I'm sitting there just kind of, it's like, it's like you went on stage, right? And you went on stage to perform your new song, all right? You go on stage to perform your new song, and you don't have a guitar. Like the guitar don't work. It just don't make any sound. You're like, I don't know what to do now because no guitar, Um, so John Boyce says, are you guys having bad weather there? There is in southern Indiana about 2:30 a.m. supposed to get really bad. Yeah, it'll be coming from here, and it was really bad. Lots of rain, lots of wind, lots of sparks, and spark sounds, and all the nasty things. We had a massive amount of rain very, very quickly. It just poured down for a while. So yeah, if that's what's coming your way, it's going to suck. Um, it's going to suck, man. Go ahead and batten down the hatches, because it's going to be you make sure you got your flashlight handy. um, but yeah, we're going to have a show. You got them back here behind me, and you guys can see them. Carmel Car Audio's show on the 12th this month, which is next weekend. And then we have another show coming up on the 19th. That's a GP show. And the GP show is down Sunshine. It's going out of town, going west out of town on Sunshine. Right at the overpass there, you'll see a train, a caboose sitting out off to the side of the road, and it's right there. If you're looking to the left, right about that time you hit that overpass, if you're looking to or go under it, if you're looking to the left, you'll see all the cars out there. You'll be like, "That's it." But yeah, it's a great big old building with a caboose in front of it. Can't think of the name of the place. No, I said, "Oh no, oh yeah, baby." Maybe it'll break up before it gets there. You know what I'm saying? Elsewise, you probably need to build yourself an ark and make sure you have plenty of flashlights and candles and stuff. Power didn't go off here, but we live right behind a business, like a strip mall, and they just redid all of the power wires to that whole thing right here in this little spot because they remodeled that building, that big old strip mall, and so all the power stuff around us and our off of our section that we get power from is all new and reinforced, and that's a positive thing. We went through the ice storm here years back, and we didn't have it was like below. It was like in the 20s and below, and like it got really, really, really cold. I mean, it was down in the teens, down below zero at times at night. It's really cold, and it was like that. We didn't have any power for 3 weeks in that weather. The fortunate thing was, at the time we were living in a house we were buying, that house had gas. So we had a gas cook stove and a gas hot water heater. And the hot water heater was the old school kind that didn't require power to function. So all it needed was gas. So while we had no power, we did have hot water just like normal. And we had a cook stove, which we could heat the house with, however much we needed to try to heat with. That saved our bacon. And not only did it save our bacon, but multiple neighbors on both sides of us and across the street were coming over to take baths at our house and bring their kids over to get baths. And they were all using hot water from us because we had it. And then they were bringing the elderly were coming over, the kids were coming over, and because we had enough heat inside there to be more or less comfortable in the main room. So we had a quite the neighborhood block party going on at our place. And then I had a barbecue grill out front, and of course we could cook on the stove. So yeah, we were barbecuing and all kind of stuff. But people, think about it. People's food was spoiling. Their equipment was broken. They couldn't. We had all our food stuck in the car, an extra car that was sitting behind the house, had it all shoved in there. But people were, their freezers were down, their refrigerators were down, so they were just bringing over all this meat and stuff, and we just throw it on the barbecue grill and having a big old barbecue. So it was cool. Like I said, man, just take whatever you got and find a way to make a positive thing out of it. And I got to know all my neighbors real well, and everything was great. We were out there in the street, fire it with chainsaws, cutting all the trees because the trees fell all over the road and you couldn't get fire trucks or service trucks or nothing could come through there. So we're out there cutting up all these trees and dragging them out of the road so that the emergency response vehicles and all that stuff could get through. All the neighbors joined up and worked together you know, to do all this stuff. So it was a really positive thing. It took a major negative thing and we turned it into a positive thing. And that's my whole fiber of my being. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Tonight we had a failure, and my guitar was broke. You see, and I could not get this thing to work. And so we're going to work around that, and we're going to keep going and try to stay positive and still have a show. For the few people that do show up, we will be continuing to do something. So I was going to show you guys how to create music with AI. But the funny thing about that is I couldn't get no sound out of the thing on the screen. So the one thing that we needed to work was the sound because we're making music. No sound is like a catastrophic freaking failure. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm bummed out, man. I had it all set up too. Everything was perfect. What's up, Big Mike? Yeah, John Boy said, making good time out of bad time. Yeah, that's what you do. You can either sit around and cry about it, or you can just work through it. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, and Big Mike said, "What's up?" And Melissa shows up. That's my cousin, brother from another mother. That's my cousin. What's up, cuz? What's up, Melissa? Jason. Jason said, "I'm not able to watch right now. I'm going to head to work. I'll catch the replay." Well, it ain't going to be a whole lot, man, because things didn't work right tonight. It's kind of just been one, broken thing. So it's just turned into a fireside, kind of a campfire kind of a thing, we got going on. We're just talking about stuff. Uh, we talked about Ice Storm. We're going to talk about more stuff. We're going to just find subject matter to keep everybody going tonight, just so we can have a show. And since Andy didn't show up, did you guys see? I did get this to play. Let's see if this
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying, 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 fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
So, uh, so I made a version of that, and I changed the words. And you can do this. So I took the track and I cut it up into a 30-second track and the same 30 seconds that Andy plays on his show. And then I got the lyrics to the song and I rewrote the lyrics a little bit so that she would say, "It's Friday, Friday, living loud on Friday." And I had some other key stuff in there and I changed it to where it fit um, Andy's show. And I cannot find that right now. But you can make it. You can make the song, and you can push it. I mean, like if you wanted to change the words to a song and then redo it, you might get lucky. You can change it a little bit, but if you try to push it too far, the AI doesn't understand how to sing it anymore because you put in a word that doesn't like fit in that spot perfectly. So you have to kind of do it carefully. Um, So John Boy said he was playing a guitar during a show and my cord came out and the sound cracked 20,000 watts loud. Oh my God. Oh, son. That is a. Hey, hang on a second. Like any guitarist, I don't just have one, but that's the one that I can get to pretty easy. It's right over there on the wall. I can relate. Um, we did some gigs. I wouldn't call them shows, man, because we were never that big. House parties and crap when I was young. The good times where all the girls and the booze and everybody gets trashed. By the time you play the second song, everybody's so drunk that nobody even knows what the hell's going on. Yeah, those kind of parties. And yeah, the things things were always just off the chain, dude. You show up and an amp catch on fire because somebody spills a beer in it, and you wind up plugging two guitars into one amplifier, or or the PA fries, and so you use the bass amp as a PA, or the other way around, use the PA as a bass amp. We had all kind of retarded crap, and I can't count the times that amplifiers burned up, from being spilled on. The only stuff that never broke ever was we had a PV 250 watt PV head unit that was basically it was indestructible, and we had two 250 watt PV loudspeakers. That was our primary amplification for the PA and for whatever else had to be amplified, drums or whatever. And they were absolutely bulletproof. We had both of those speakers ended up falling out of the truck on the interstate, bouncing down the interstate. So yeah, we put them in the truck and drove and played them that night. They never broke, dude. They got, I don't even know how many alcoholic drinks spilled in them, and people kicking them and standing on them and people dancing on them, and they just flat out did not care. Those PV loudspeakers were freaking insane. My preference is Paul. I love the curve top guitars. It just feels comfortable to me, and I like the flatter radius of a Gibson Les Paul. So it would be a traditional Les Paul, or something of that nature would be my favorite. And then, I'm not a big fan of the single coil pickups on a Fender. Though I do like, I had a Fender. Well, I didn't have it as my friend's, but had a Fender that had two P90s in it. It was a Strat with two P90s. That thing would scream. Oh my God, that guitar was ripping. If you were a lead player, it would absolutely sing, son. It would sing. And if you hit those, the ringing notes, I forget what they're called now, but if you hit the ringing notes, the thing it would just blow the walls off. Man, it was crazy. So Adrian says, yo, what is up? If it's too loud, you're too old, baby. It ain't never too loud for me. I haven't been run out at anything. I haven't tapped out of a demo yet. And I got a demo. I got several demos from DJ Rusticles. And that shit's loud. I got videos. It's in there. You guys seen me in the video, and that shit's loud, man. That shit'll make you think about things hard. But I stayed in there. I didn't tap out. EXO tapped out. EXO tapped out, and he didn't turn it off, and EXO tapped out again. He still didn't turn it off. He tortured him. It's messed up. And as far as what guitars I have, I've got multiple acoustics. I have the one electric, but I have multiple acoustics. I have a Samick. I have a Martin clone. I forget what it's called. Got it from a friend who passed away. Probably my favorite acoustic guitar is that one. It's over there on the wall. But I got two full-size acoustics, and I got a small acoustic that's amplified, and I got the electric. I don't have a huge collection, but I do have more than one because I'm a guitar player. Of course, I have more than one. I was right. I got it right. 4-scar VXF on 2 slaps 8Ks. Yeah. See, I was right. It took me a minute to think about it. I couldn't find the information anywhere, but it came back to me. You have to remember, Joseph, I have a lot of systems in my head. So many systems are in my head. And they're all very similar, but very different. So I get them mixed up, and I have to really watch that. I still got to test it and tune it some more. Gotcha, boss. Hopefully, I'll get to hear it someday. John Boy said, Les Pauls have a powerful sound. I like the sound of a Paul. I like the fact that you don't get any feedback from the humbuckers. But my favorite thing about a Paul is the way it feels. I mean, it just, when I sit down with a good Les Paul, traditional, my left hand just knows what to do, and my right hand knows what to do. Everything is where it should be. It's not, I don't have to think about it. It's just like scratching an itch. It just comes out. It works. You know what I'm saying? it's just, I love that carved top feel and where it puts your hands at, how it sits on there and everything when you're sitting down. It's just a great guitar. I love the way they feel. It's the playability. The sound is great, yes, but the playability is my reason for liking the Paul. I've tried them all, man. Um, Joseph said he got 6.3 cubic foot sealed side and 11.2 on top. See, that's a really small sealed side. You're running 415s and that's like a cube and a half per sub. That's why it's so high. But honestly, I don't know if you could even make it any bigger. So, I mean, you're doing it for sound pressure. If you're wanting SPL numbers, then that's how you do it. You make that small side. You make it small down there. That's going to give you those high numbers, but it's not going to let you play lows. That's the downside to that. So there's always a trade-off, man. It's like with mine, I don't get the high SPL numbers, but I have a very wide band that I can play, and I can play hard from about 18 hertz up to about 80 hertz. And I mean, it's like, to tell you how close my sound pressure levels are from frequency to frequency. At 22 hertz, I was playing a 147. At 24 and 26, I was playing a 149.7. And then at 42, I was playing a 151 point something. So from 26 hertz to 42 hertz, it's almost a flat SPL number. It doesn't matter where I'm playing in that range, which is huge for me. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And it keeps going past that. It'll drop down some, but it doesn't drop down a lot. The graph on that thing is crazy, man. If you guys seen how that come up on the computer whenever we checked that tune out, it looked ridiculous because it goes down so low and then it just keeps going up higher. And I've got it crossed over at like 50 hertz. I don't want to play anything over 50, but it will absolutely play 80 and above, and it plays it with authority. So I don't know. Crazy stuff, man. It's all about what you want, what you're trying to get out of a system, and how you're trying to get things to work. You know, what you're wanting to accomplish. Because one thing does not do all the things. Like, my system will never be the best SPL system on the scene with the same amount of stuff. So you show up with a single 8K and 415s with it tuned to a frequency, a tight frequency, you might be able to do a 152, 153, 154. But anything below or above that frequency is just going to fall on its face. That system with the same equipment is designed to do a specific job. Mine is too, but it's designed to do this job, not this job, right? All the guys in my club, they all do this job. They all want to be super loud at a specific frequency, and that's what they do. But I'm the other guy. I'm the guy that's playing, playing 100 and close to 100 or over 150 decibels at 22 hertz, because that's cooler to me. That's fun to me, man. I want to be able to do hair tricks. I want to be able to blow things around. I want to have a windy build, and I want it to play low. I don't care about sound pressure level. I don't care about what score I get. I want it to be loud, low, and smooth and sound good. And that's what I shot for, and that's where I landed. And everyone's like, well, but you could get more SPL if you did. But I don't want that. I want a sports car that goes fast, not a top fuel dragster that only one person can sit in and only goes for a quarter mile and you got to rebuild the engine again. I want a thing I can drive around and race. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, this system, my Tahoe is my vehicle. That is it. I don't have another vehicle to drive around. I don't want to have, literally a ton of materials inside there to make the thing, drive like a freaking tank where it's wanting to roll this way and roll that way and takes 20 minutes to get up to 60 mile an hour on the interstate. I don't want that because I'm not putting it on a trailer and trailering it somewhere. I drive the thing on a regular basis. It's how I go get, milk. So that's what I have to do, John Boy said, I like the low bass too. I'm all about it, man. There's a limit. I typically go down to. I like to play, around about 20 hertz and up is kind of where I like to be. My system will play much lower than that, but um, 20 hertz is kind of everything from a 20 hertz up to about 40 is what I like to listen to. That's my range. Anything that's way above that or way below that kind of gets into the just funny thing. It's like I can play 18 and I blow lots of air, but you don't hear much of that. So it's cool. It's just got its own purpose. But Adrian had a very good question. So Adrian says, "What is your setup? Sounds like what I want. Great bandwidth." Um, okay. Well, it gets complicated because my setup won't necessarily work for your vehicle. That's a thing. But having said that, when you build your enclosure, you can tune it for uh, whatever you're wanting to do. So if you're wanting lots of bandwidth, you're wanting a wide range, you would build the enclosure to port tuning and all that to where it does give you a wide range. And you can use modeling software to figure out where that range is going to be. It can kind of guesstimate where it's going to be. And what I'm running is 4. There's Andy. What's up, brother? Andy, you showed up, so you know what? Here you
It's
go, brother.
Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying, 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 fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
That was for you, Andy, my friend. Nice to see you here, brother. And tell your family I said hi and my heart's with you. Okay. So, what I was saying, uh, Adrian, was I'm running 415s. They're the Slaps Audio Oblivions. And they are on an 8,000 watt amplifier from Slaps Audio. It's a Shock 8K. And I got a lot of videos on my build. I mean, my channel is slap full of videos on my build, so you can find out all the information you want there. But that's not the important part. The important part is the enclosure. Now, a flat wall tends to be better for a wide range. Okay, if you want that really wide frequency range, a flat wall will tend to give you that. You can get that with like a sixth order. A series sixth order will do it also, but it's trickier. You got to know what you're doing to build that. Then you got you could do fourth order too, but a fourth order tends to have a narrower hump. It's got a little bit less flexibility. You can still get a pretty wide range out of it, but you have to build a pretty big bottom enclosure. And again, I'm not the guy to talk to about that, but it's all about the box. So if you find what subs you want to run, and then you talk to a box designer or you work on designing it yourself and see what you can do with those subs, what kind of box modeling you can get to get the frequency range wide with those subs. If you can't, then you look at different subs. Find subs that will allow you to build an enclosure that'll fit in your space and give you that range you're looking for. But if you're wanting to do a wall, it's most likely going to be a flat wall, a ported flat wall. That's where you're going to get, and then you tune that port down low. And then your subs are naturally going to play the highs because it's a flat wall. Flat wall gives you the highs kind of as a freebie. So all you have to do is port for the lows, and then your range is nice and wide, as long as your subwoofers can do it. And those Slaps Oblivions can absolutely do it. If you decide to go that route with the equipment that I'm running, the Slaps 8K, Shock 8K, and the Slaps Oblivion 15s, use my discount code CAE and get yourself a 10% off of the already great price for some really awesome equipment. That's my suggestion. It's all in the box, though. So that's the key. The family says, hi, I appreciate you for holding it down on Friday. Thank you very, very much. Adrian says, Andy. Yeah. It's Friday. Yeah. Bobby B is letting it known. Living Now with Andy says, now it's Friday. Yeah. I had to give you the Friday jam, man. Uh, so I have another. Where'd my other one go? I have another goofy one. Where did my other one go? I don't know where it is. Hang on a second. I was trying to do AI tonight, but that broke. That was catastrophic failure. Here's my other
Tacos
one.
on deck, I'm cashing my checks. Flavor effects, I'm ripping these flicks. Tacos on deck, I'm cashing my checks. Flavor effects, I'm ripping these flicks.
That's my my pennies video, if you will. We call them tacos over here, man. Somebody buys tacos, they get the taco video, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. That's one of the few that I've created. I'm not nearly as cool as Andy's got that. You guys, if you haven't, I haven't even mentioned it yet, so let's put that out there. If you guys don't know about Living Now with Andy, okay, which is who I'm kind of covering for, I guess, right now until he gets back up on his feet. He's got some family issues. Living Now with Andy. Just Google that. You'll find him. It's on YouTube. You'll see Cookie Monster and lots of blue fur and all that. That's him. Go over there and check out his show. He does a show on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays, I think, at 9, which is why I decided to run this one at 9. And Tuesdays is after the Kicker show, Kicker Live show. So it's like 8:45 or so. Both of them are about 9 o'clock-ish. Show up a little earlier than that. But if you subscribe to Living Now with Andy, you'll be able to follow all the stuff going on with Kicker because he's a huge Kicker fan and get lots of good information because he's always learning more. He's doing dynos. He's doing crazy stuff with amplifiers and tests and experiments. He's a mad scientist, this guy. He's crazy like a fox. And every time you donate to Andy, Cookie Monster's legs are going like this on the subwoofer. He's got a big, huge subwoofer that plays whenever somebody donates money, and Cookie Monster's sitting on the subwoofer, and it goes. And yeah, it's fun. It's a fun show, guys. If you haven't watched Living Now with Andy, you're missing a really, really good live stream. So go sign up for that. What else is going on down here? Bobby B. Living Now said, hey, Uncle Bobby B. Yeah, acknowledging everybody. I did not have a subject tonight. Well, I did. I was really going to do a good one. We can't wait for you to be back, man. I'm looking forward to you coming back. And you gotta kick the horse, man. You just got to kick it. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it. And when you get done looking at it, you got to kick it. And if you don't, then you're going to keep looking at it, and it's just going to wear you down. So, just keeping that in mind, you gotta just kick it. You can't. Yeah, it's no easy way back on this road. You just got to jump on it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you back, brother. Team Chevy's in the house. Maryland, showing love. What's up, man? What's up, Maryland and Team Chevy? You showed up toward the end, brother. We had a thing set up. I was going to do a thing where I made some AI music, and it was really good. I had lots of things already set up, and everything was ready to go. It was going to be great and awesome, but I couldn't get sound out of that screen. So whenever I switch over to the AI software and I'm running that on this other screen, there was no sound. And I know there's a little button that I got to go find and go click, and it'll be sound, but I don't know where that button is because I'm an idiot. So, yeah, baby, I feel you. John Boy said, hey, Andy, what's the thing you have in your port that looks like a cookie? It's a freaking cookie. It's a pillow. It's a round pillow that's covered in cookie covering. So it is a fluffy cookie. That's exactly what it is. You can't eat it. Well, you could, but you would look like an idiot and you would be, have a hard time swallowing a pillow. But, if you really wanted to eat it, you could shove it in your face. And he said, I'll definitely take a look at it. Things are looking better now. It's got to do, man. Look at it, get it looked at, look at it thoroughly, and then kick it. That's the only way. What's the only way it works, man. And he said it's a pillow. Yeah, it's a pillow. It's a pillow that looks like a cookie. I love it though. It's great. He has the greatest theme going on in that thing. It's brilliant. I love it. I would copy it, but then I would just be a copycat, and I can't be a copycat. In fact, I can't stand to wear the stuff that's in style. If something is in style right now, I ain't gonna have it on. Whenever it goes out of style, then I'll be like, okay, now I can do that because now it's out of style. And I'm not going to be there. I can't be that train. I can't be riding that train with the, I don't do that. That's just not how I roll. I'm the opposite of that. I want to be the different person, not the same. And yeah. Anyway, good times. John Boy said, Andy, thanks for your reply. That's cool, boy. That's cool. Yeah. Andy's a good dude, yo. I said, if you ain't gone over to his channel, Living Out with Andy, just go, because you're gonna get a kick out of it. Literally, gonna get a kick out of it. Plus, he gives stuff away. They have give away stuff. Gives you stuff. Of course, it's usually rigged. Actually, no, it's always rigged. But El Fuego wins most everything. El Fuego wins. He's got like a room full of stuff. I guarantee you. I have no. It's not really rigged, but we all say it's rigged. So if you haven't been there, go check it out. But yeah, we tease him about it being rigged all the time because it's funny. Certain people will just win often. I guess they just enter all the time. I don't know. It's rigged. Definitely rigged. Thanks for your comment. Yeah, it it just didn't work, man. I tried. I had the software up and everything. I had everything planned out, and I couldn't get sound out of the software. So that completely ruined the whole thing. So we're just gonna, we're gonna turn this lemon into lemonade, and that's how that's gonna go, man. Doing the best we can with what we got. Yeah, Bobby B wins all the damn time. Yeah, it's definitely rigged. It's definitely rigged. It's definitely rigged. Andy, tell him, is it rigged or not? Come on, speak up. You're in the house. Tell him it's rigged, man. We have lots of fun though, guys. They have a Discord to get on too. I don't ever join the Discord, but on Friday nights, a lot of times after show, they go on the Discord and they get crazy over there. But I've never been over there, but I know that it exists. If you guys like a really good show and want to be entertained, nice, clean family atmosphere, family friendly, that's one of the best shows you're going to find anywhere. You don't even have to like car audio or like Kicker or anything like that. You're going to get a kick out of Andy's shows. Team Chevy says you got your own style. Appreciate it. Me too. Hey man, I'm just who I am, baby. That's what I do. I don't pretend to be somebody else, because the way I look at it, if you like me for me, then I never have to worry about making sure I'm putting the right face on, right? The same person that's talking to you right now in this video is the same cat you'd be talking to if you were sitting right here in a room with me and we were hanging out. This is me all the damn time. Drive my wife crazy. I have a very awesome wife. She puts up with a lot of shit from me. And she's gotten used to it. But the thing is, she knows that I'm giving her me and she gives me her. There ain't no rapping. You just get what you get, and that's it. And if you ain't happy about it, then there's a road. Get the hell out. I am who I am, guys. 100% all the time. Adrian said, I'm not sure what he said, but he said, I heard it did. There's a 50% off Kicker in Andy's Tuesday shows. Yes, there is. You can get the 50% off, and you can use that to buy anything you want on the Kicker website. As much stuff as you want. So imagine you want to build a new system. And then Kicker's like twice as much as the cheap company. Well, if you got that 50% off, now Kicker is the same price as the cheap companies. You can literally build an entire system for half price. That's huge. Depending on what you're doing and where you're at, that 50% off coupon is massive. Massive. That's the best prize in there, and it's just a coupon. Holy crap, what a great prize. And I think who won that a while back? Somebody won it. Was it Bobby? Did Bobby win one of those? Bobby, you won a 50%, didn't you? You still ain't used it. You ought to sell it, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bobby said spend 5,000 and get 10,000 worth of stuff. Yeah. So you're getting everything at half price. It's huge, man. If you're spending $8,000 or $10,000, normally that cut that in half. That's a massive amount of money. Think about it. You're basically winning $4,000, $5,000, right? Yeah, Bobby B has one. Yeah. And Andy, he said he's heading out. Hey, have a great night, everyone. Enjoy the Friday night at CAE's channel. CN's next Friday. Got to get back to these Texas for my mom. Stay living loud, guys. You heard him. See you next Friday. So for you people watching the show tonight, y'all are the first to know that Andy's going to be doing a show next Friday. Looking forward to you being back, Andy. And you have a wonderful night, and I hope your family has a wonderful night. As good as can be. Find the love, feel the love, and focus on the love and the good things in life, and don't dwell on the bad. And because you're the one that decides whether you're sad or happy, it's all about you. No matter what your situation is, if you make of the situation into a negative thing, it's a negative thing. But if you can just stay positive, you're going to be positive. It's up to you how you feel about these things. You just have to push through them. There's no other way around it, man. Bobby B said, I have one, yeah. John Boy said, peace, Andy. Peace, Andy. And for you guys, I'm headed out too. So y'all have a good night and show love to your family and your friends and your neighbors and everybody else in your life, even the gas station attendant and the person at McDonald's when you go buy a Big Mac. Say, hey, man, I love you. Leave them standing there going, what?
CAE is in the house.